After the success of the West Coast offense under Bill Walsh, there was absolutely no doubt it would spread through the NFL. And the first man to take it to another team and really excel was Mike Holmgren with the Green Bay Packers. He had an insane amount of success with Brett Favre as his quarterback running this West Coast offense. They were able to make it to back-to-back Super Bowls, winning in 1996, and Favre was able to win 3 MVPs in a row, and he led one of the most iconic NFL offenses ever. Now, though Holmgren did run the West Coast offense, he did make some changes. He moved away from a primarily split back look to a ton of I form where the fullback was lined up directly in front of the tailback. This was able to add a ton more wrinkles to the scheme that we will break down today. We are going to be in 4 formations in today's video, with I form pro and pro strong, and then I form slot and strong slot. We'll be breaking down 10 plays, and we will be in the West Coast playbook. The first thing that changed with these I form looks was it unlocked a much more diverse run game, with plays like leads and tosses to the outside becoming much more viable. It also relied on a fullback leading a running back through a hole and allowed you a much more physical downhill run game. The first play we're looking at today is HB toss crack in pro strong, and this is a super explosive run play. We're going to have a receiver motioning down the line of scrimmage who will crack down on the D end, allowing us to get to the outside for huge gains and get our running back out in space to make plays. Then we're also going to have a guard pulling to the outside and a fullback leading out in front. This will give us 2 lead blockers picking up defenders down the field and helping spring us to the outside. Next, we have Z motion F trail in pro strong. This is a great 3-step pass play, giving us options all over the field. There's only one adjustment in this play. Just have the tight end to the wide side and then take the running back and put him on a swing to the short side of the field. The first place you want to look to is the out route along the sideline. If it's a single high look and we get cover 3, we should be able to fire this in as he breaks. If it's hard flats, the flat defender will suck down to the running back and you can fire it in. And if it's curl flats, you can throw it as he breaks and the curl flat won't be able to get outside in time. Then if that isn't there, we want to look to the drag. You're going to see this is the same motion down from our receiver as our toss to the outside. This is really going to help us disguise what we are calling. But instead of blocking, he is going to drag across the field with speed, and you can give it to him over the middle of the field. And then if the user reacts to the drag and bites down on him, we're going to have this fullback Texas route over the middle. This is going to create a really tough read for the user. Then lastly, if the drag and Texas route pull everyone inside, then we are going to have our tight end sitting down in the soft spot against zone coverage. This is a really unique curl route that is going to be an easy low ball throw. Next, we have Z motion F flat in pro strong, and this is once again the same motion and attacks underneath, but we can also push the ball deeper down the field with this play. Once again, have the tight end to the wide side, and then the one adjustment is take the fullback and put him on a streak up the field. On this play, we will have that same receiver motion down and then drag across the field. Now, this is the first place I look to on this play, and we can just once again get it underneath and allow him to make plays with the ball in his hands. Then if the flat defender bites down on this route and takes it away, we have this deep comeback coming in behind him that you can throw as he breaks out towards the sideline. Then if we see 2 high pre-snap and they give us cover 2, we can actually split the safeties from this tight end post. Now, you need to have great anticipation on this throw, because if you throw it too late, this weak side safety will be able to roll over and take the post away. Then if the user bites down on the drag across the field, we have our tailback going out of the back. We have our tailback on an out route going out the other way. And once again, we can throw it quick to him, get it into a playmaker's hands. Now, there's already a ton out for this West Coast offense that will work amazingly well with this I form scheme. So if you want to check out everything that is out for this West Coast offense, I will leave a link down in the description below. Now, this I form look really changed the role of the fullback. In Walsh's split back offense, he was more of a runner, but now he's going to be a lead blocker up through the hole, but he also needs to be a great receiver out of the backfield, and we are going to be throwing the ball to him a ton. Now I'm using Larry Zonka at this spot, and then having this downhill I form style of run game will open up so many more play action plays, and the Packers really relied on these a ton. The first play we're going to look at here is HB blast in I form slot. This is going to be a great run with the fullback leading you through the hole. Now this play is all about power and getting downhill. You will follow your fullback up through the hole and let him lead the way and blow up linebackers. Then you just want to cut in off of him. This is a super consistent run that can really be the backbone of your offense to pick up yards and then work your play action in off of it. Next, we have PA cross F wheel and I form slot using our play action fake to attack deep down the field. For this play, have your tight end to the short side and then take your tight end and streak him. Then take the outside receiver on the wide side and streak him as well. On this play, we want to have our play action fake pull the user down. So if he runs with the crosser, then we are going to have this fullback wheel out of the backfield. This route will get behind flat defenders, and once the fullback passes in, you want to fire it in over his head. You will get so many big plays down the field with this route. Then if the user jumps to the fullback side, we want to hit the deep cross going the other way. This once again will get in behind the flat defenders on the short side of the field. This is going to allow us to have two great deep options. Next, we have PAFB slide in strong slot. This attacks the more shorter and intermediate areas of the field. For this play, have your tight end to the short side again, then take your outside wide receiver and put him on a streak. Then the first read is going to be the fullback firing to the flat from the opposite side of our play action. If everyone is just dropping back, you want to throw the ball into him underneath and let him make a play. Next, look to the deep corner route. If the flat defender bites down on the fullback, you can get it in deep over his head for big gains. This is a great corner because it starts with an inside stem, allowing it much more time to get deeper down the field. Then lastly, if they are double flatting that side of the field, then we have this shallow cross from our tight end that we can look to over the middle. This works especially well if the user sucks down to the play action to try to take that away. Now, if you want to unlock even more of this scheme, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up today is part 2 of this I-form West Coast scheme with 7 more breakdowns to add to everything you will learn in this video. Then we have a ton more up on the site for this scheme, making it one of the best you will use in Madden 22. Now, if you want to check out Scheme Kings, I will leave a link for it down in the description below. Now, even though Holmgren moved to more of an I-form downhill running look with play action off of it, he still put a premium on a drop back precision passing attack. The first play we are looking at is sail Y shake in I-form slot, and this is going to be our go-to man-beating play. Now, we want our tight end to the short side, then take your tailback and put him on an out to either side, but I usually will go to the wide side. He will be our first read, and these routes are super tough for man coverage to stop. We want to throw it quick underneath to one of our playmakers and let him make plays in the open field. Next, we have a corner route from our slot player, and we have route tech on him so you can throw as he breaks, and he'll get open basically every time. Then if they drop a flat defender under him, we have our tight end over the middle that is on this crosser. But he has a little hitch in his route that allows him to get separation over the middle, and you can rack up easy yards. Then lastly, if they have no safeties deep, then we have this deep post that we can use to bomb them over the top. This will force them to keep safeties back and open up everything else underneath. Our next play is Texas in Strong Pro. This is an amazing pass play to attack all over the field. Here we want our tight end to the short side, then we want to take the outside receiver on that side of the field and motion him across the field and put him on a streak. Then we want to take our tailback and put him on a wheel route. My first read on this play is the wide side flat defender, and if he bites down to the wheel, then we can just throw the out route in over his head for an easy 10 yards. Then if the flat defender stays out on the out route, you can throw this wheel up the shallow seam. This route is a great way to get an easy completion against most zones and force the user to leave the middle of the field. Then if the user does leave the middle to take the wheel, or he runs with the post, then we have this Texas route coming in right underneath him to get to a great spot over the middle of the field. Then if we drop back and we don't like any of our options underneath, we can wait for this post to get deep down the field, in behind flat defenders on the wide side of the field, and fire it in for huge gains. Okay, but no scheme in Madden is complete without the ability to bomb your opponent over the top. First, we want to look at Z-Spot in strong slot, and this is our cover 3 bomb. For this play, have the tight end to the short side, then take the receiver on that side and motion him across the field and put him on a streak. Now, this will be the same look as our Texas play we just went over, allowing us to disguise when we are going to our cover 3 bomb. For this play, the streak will pull the middle safety over, and then the short side corner will get pulled down by the corner route from the tight end. Then this Z post will get wide open deep in behind the coverage for an easy 1-play score against cover 3. Then we have PA fullback slide in strong slot, and this will be used to bomb cover 2. For this play, we have the tight end to the short side and put him on an out route, and that is it. Then we're going to have this play action fake, and you'll see the wide side safety get pulled out by the corner route, and then the weak side safety will stay shallow, and this post will get deep in behind him for an easy walk-in 1-play score against cover 2. Now, this I-form scheme is going to be an amazing way to rack up yards all over the field, but to unlock it and use it to its full potential, you have to use the right abilities and personnel. So if you want to learn how you can nail all of that down, you need to watch this video right here.